Hello everybody, it's Pixie People here, and let's get right into it. Anyways, after Deku sabotaged, overhauls Yakuza, yes, I remember how to say it now. Yeah, in the last part I didn't know how to frick to say it, Yakuza. Well, after that, Deku has been chilling in his hideout. It's an abandoned, hero factory. If you go to a hero factory is hero action figures, like merchandising, like that. Deku, then hears about Shigaraki destroying a whole, town. And then Deku decides maybe you'll inter to integrate himself into this society. Yep, Deku does it super easily because for some reason, Deku's just good at this whole interviewing. And so he's able to be inside the building that Shigaraki is destroying buildings behind. And so Deku just keeps getting information. He even gets to talk to the long-haired blonde guy. Long-haired, black-haired, the long-haired, the black, long-haired man. That guy. That people ship Dobby with sometimes. You know what I'm talking about. He's the tech guy. He gets to talk to him a bit and learn some more information. So Deku keeps climbing the information wall, till he gets all the information he wants, and then decides to make this organization go down because it's trying to kill Bakugo and take down the hero organization, which he doesn't want. As I've discussed, he wants to be the cartoon villain who keeps appearing. Now Deku, Deku, now Deku, well, decides to figure out how to destroy it until he gets more information on the news. Because for some reason no one has news in this area. He learns on the news that the hero organization is going to launch an attack on a villain area, which excites Deku actually, because that means he can sneak under the cover of darkness and kill the tech guy. Yes, he's actually planning to go kill him. The problem with that is when it happens, Deku actually grabs his knife and does a sneak attack on that electric guy. Denki, um, chilled him out. Deku stabs him in the back of his head before he can get out, which shocks everyone, and a couple of people don't realize it. So Deku just starts slaughtering people that try to go fight the heroes. Deku slaughters a lot, and I mean a lot of those villains. Then some villains finally realize and try jumping Deku, but Deku pulls out of his foot knife blade from his foot, stabs two of them by cha cha in the chins, and then he kicks one guy in the nuts. Not stabbing him, but just kicking him in the nuts, which blows his entire nutsack. Like, it explodes, and his pants start bleeding, and then Deku slits the guy's throat. Deku quickly. Yeah, he just keeps killing people. Until Dobby realize how many. Now Deku, after slaughtering like a whole group of people. Like he could stand on their bodies comfortably. Eventually, Toka sees this and goes to stab Deku, but of course, she kind of forgot who he was. The knife guy. And then Deku did something cool actually. He puts his foot to Toga's shoulder and indicates a new blade that he now it's on his heel, like what Kano just did. Then he just stabs her and tears her arm off. What? You did not just say that. Yeah, I said that. Toga's arm is gone now. Then she loses her focus and starts to bleed out, but Deku actually chops her knocked out because he realizes how mad she is at something. And also she wants to keep... Actually, no. Mm-mm. He actually stabs her in the head and then just drags her with him. Yeah, he just killed Toga. Yeah, I don't want to give... This Deku is evil. I forgot about that. And he just learned that these villains are trying to get rid of the Hero Society, so why would he care for them? And so Deku just keeps slaughtering and slaughtering until he gets up to Hawks, who is fighting Dabi right now, who's about to get his wings burned off. But Deku actually saves Hawks by stabbing Dabi in the chest. Obviously doesn't... Obviously he doesn't have... He's probably fine, so Dabi takes Deku's knife off and melts it, and then Deku saves Hawks, and then gives it to Tokuyami, saying, "If you want to, if you want this person to live, leave." Actually, he'd probably say, "If you want to leave," with like the most serious tone ever. If you're wondering why he's being so nice to the Hawks, it's because Hawks is one of those people that is definitely introversial, very, very, very important to the Hero Society. Then after Deku then fights Dabi, which is not going well for him. He's kind of on the back foot. He has to keep dodge, till Dabi just goes to cover the whole balcony until Deku just tugs his hair and slams Dabi's head to the ground, breaks his breaks his nose, then then he slams Dabi's head against the pipes, kind of popping off one of his things, and then Dabi just burns off Deku's a bit of Deku's hands. And then Deku just mends his hand, which just gives him a bandage hand. If you don't know where he got these bandages from, he got them from the mask he took from Toucan. So basically black hair now. And Deku punches Dabi off the balcony. Obviously, Dabi just flies away afterwards. And then Gigantomachia shows up, and Deku just actually falls onto Gigantomachia. Then he sneaks up and just stabs Compress through the mask. Because Compress turned around and then Deku stabbed him in the face. And that's it, really, Deku. Then he finds Spinner and takes him out by turning around, stabbing him in the heart. But he leaves Dabi to do something. Because he feels like there's something Dabi wants to do before he, perishes. So he lets him do it. For some reason. I don't know. Oh, anyways, Dabi reveals himself to be Toya. Then when he jumps down, Deku freaking grabs a chain that he had, let's say, off his spinner. It's the thing that holds his blades together. Then he just hooks Dobby's neck and strangles him slowly. Dobby obviously melts it before it kills him, but it does do a significant damage to his throat, which gives Todoroki enough time to beat the crap out of Toya. But Toya obviously overpowers Deku at Todoroki, and then he goes turn around to hit Deku. But Deku actually pulls out a gun, and then which surprises 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 who he surprised? Oh yeah, he surprised Dobby, of course, which surprised Dobby. Then he just shoots Dobby with a cork erasing bullet. Yeah, he still has those. Then Dobby just falls to the ground, not basically dead. Yeah, as soon as his quirk turned off, he died. Because remember, he had a secret quirk where he could like regenerate his wounds because of ice. Yeah, and that was the only thing keeping him going. So Dobby falls over dead. Which then Gigantomachia sees and goes to fight Deku. But Deku actually just the only way Deku actually wins this is because he shoots a quirk erasing bullet into Gigantomachia's tongue, which makes his armor disappear, which just make him into a big, which makes his mind control quirk disappear. The mind control quirk is how people can control you. I don't know, but he just quirk erased. Let's just say quirk erased Gigantomachia's love for all for one. So he chills out and actually helps Deku beat the crap out of Shigaraki, who goes to kill Gigantomachia. Then Deku pulls out a Quirk Racing bullet and just unloads every single Quirk Racing bullet into Shigaraki. Then Deku jumps towards Shigaraki, who's lost a couple quirks. And a main one is actually his Decay quirk, since you know that's the first quirk he ever had. So it's the first quirk he gets erased. And lost his spike hand things. Not his flight though, he still has that. Basically, he loses some irrelevant quirks he didn't use in the war arc. And then Deku, gets onto Shigaraki and tells Shigaraki he's gonna die, but Shigaraki laughs in his face, telling him there's no way he can die. Until Deku takes out a big canister, which he shoves down, which he cuts open Shigaraki's stomach, shoves it in, then takes his hand out so it can regenerate. He saw that by the fact that the bullets bounced off, stabbed, and then were repelled out. And Deku jumps back to Gigantomachia and throwing the same canister into Gigantomachia. And then Deku jumps off, makes a safe getaway with a hang glider. Like, he gets real far away, if you're wondering. And if you're wondering why, here's why. You know those canisters you're wondering about? They're, uh, they're nitrogen. He stole that from a doctor's office a while back. Yes, it's an asshole, and yes, he definitely did not have this before. Then Shigaraki just explodes with ice, killing him, and Gargantua just blows up in one area. His heart, Then Endeavor sees the chance, throws a fire flame, blows open Gigantomachia's ice area, and then Gigantomachia, of course, melts his organs out and dies. And that's all. Then in the future, Deku does have his relationship with Bakugo, where he comes back every single time, no matter how many times Bakugo thwarts his plans. Sometimes Deku actually succeeds, and sometimes, which actually makes him pouty, and he actually disappears for a couple days. Yeah, he's daily. He is a daily occurrence. That's how insane he is. He can think up stuff so quickly. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave What If Deku Was a Villain. Like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. Hope you liked it. Sorry for the asshole about the whole nitrogen. See ya.